And hello. Sorry, we're a little delay there. I got 5 people in here already. Welcome, everybody. Happy Saturday or Sunday morning, wherever you're at. So, we are doing live free readings. So, you don't have to pay for a reading today. This has already been paid for um, by Johanna, and she has basically donated so I could to where I could give all free readings. So, thank Johanna. She'll be in here. I think she's under Beautiful Girl on YouTube. So, this is what we're doing today. We're going to be on for an hour. So if you would like a reading, speak up, ask in comments. If you want something longer, go to there's my website scrolling down at the bottom, psychicshaman333.com. And that is where you can book and schedule a private reading with me. So for those who are new, if you've never seen me work and seen my work, if you like my work, after you've watched me for a little while, and you have a burning question or want to figure some things out, go to my website. You can schedule something there. More in-depth readings. Sorry, I'm just getting more in-depth readings though. Happy Saturday, Kathy. Let's see if I can even go to it. But you're gonna have to show me the comments. I don't want. Yeah, I said happy Saturday. I can see the comments up here, but it's really small. What's up, Steven? Good morning, Tina. So what's everybody doing today? Got a little crack in my voice today. Thank you, Steven, for sharing. We'll see where it goes. This will be the second time we've been live on just YouTube for a long time. But we'll be doing this again next week, same time, unless I, for some reason, have to change the time. Next Saturday, we'll be doing free readings as well. So, and they're going to be the online readings just depend on if I pull you cards or if you have a question that resonates with me. What's up, Isaac? That's good. Kathy. Got a chance to talk to Larry? Good morning, Cherokee Joy. That's Joy, right? Good morning. All the moderators are in here. Most of them. Welcome, mods. It's quiet in here. Very quiet. For now. I've only been on. I gotta quit touching my face. It's a nervous tick, I think. Close my eyes. Do that a lot when I'm singing. Because I get nervous, like everybody else does. I think I can smoke on YouTube, but I probably shouldn't. I'll just duck off to the side. Hold on, trying to get what Kathy just said. His son handed the TV remote. He asked his son, what was he to do with it? It's the little things like in life, yeah, that we take for, yep, it's true. You can have a reading, Tina. Did you have a question? Thank you for getting us started. I need to go to my page here so I can read these comments. Is anyone in your life using your kindness? Okay, let's check it out. Yeah, I think they do. I think you can smoke on YouTube, but some people are kind of pissed off. So, a little bit of wind today, huh? No, I mean, you're making good judgment on, where your kindness goes. I mean, it's a struggle though. It's hard to be that way. Your first card is the Five of Wands, and that, look at them all working against each other. This is where, like, from the past. So a lot of struggle in the past. Maybe you were being taken advantage of, and your kindness not, being appreciated. And then you've got the middle card, which is right now, which is like feeling the work or a lot of pressure. Um, things like working, but it feels like an uphill battle. It's a lot of this is just, yeah, it's you 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 are a very good judge of where you're kind. Like, you're kind to everybody, but you got the judgment card. So just making judgments, proper judgments without without like damning anybody, or but just pay attention. Like, if you feel there's somebody taking advantage of your kindness, address it. And if must need be, cut it off. And then you get the loving compassion. So yeah, it's like spirit's more reminding you to remain having that love and compassion. That's your strength. It's when you get worried about things, or you feel like you're being taken advantage of, that really kind of stir up a lot more in your mind than it really started. So you're stirring up, or that's the whole downside of being psychic, is you get a lot of those thoughts that are some negative. And that's what we talk about every day, is to fight off those negative. I mean, you can tell if you're being taken advantage of. You're not stupid at all. You're very smart. You're onto it. It just always come from that love and compassion place. And if it becomes impure, then yeah, cut it off or address it. If it feels like it's not something, somebody you want to help, or something, somebody you want to be kind to, you don't feel like that's reciprocated, address it and move forward. And I hope that one resonated. There's a lot to come out on that one. No, I think you've done a much better job of where you're putting your energy, Tina. Now I'm biased because you send us gifts and you make the show happen around here. So that kind of question's kind of, I don't know, how do I balance there? Because I'm certain, like, coming to me for advice when you're giving us a lot of support and time and kindness, which we are very grateful for. But as I'm reading, I'm thinking about me. Like, is she talking about me? And that's why it's when you start to get to know somebody and get closer with them, you have to be. You can still vibe off each other. It still happens. You can still learn from each other, but you understand where I'm like in a weird position there because it's awkward for me to even give the reading, but I did anyway because they're free readings and that's what I do. Now I go touching my face again. Haven't heard from Tina. Where's she at? I still need to get to my channel. Yeah. Well, thank you. I have been doing a lot. I've been driving almost every day. I had to go receive a package. Got a little mini guitar amp. It's like $30, but I need it for my cigar box guitar. But yeah, yeah, I saw that she answered. Touching my face. Yeah, I'm like consciously. All right, stop, Aaron. We've got 7 in here. That's pretty good for YouTube. Oh yeah. All right. There we go. Yeah, and a lot of the readings that I've been giving too, like this week and the last couple weeks, have been really profound, like really good readings that are like it's hardly ever this way, but kind of like instantly helpful. Whereas the time when I was questioning myself, like, why am I reading this such a positive thing and it's just not happening? Well, time's right for everything, and then these things come into play, and it's like it gives me more hope that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. It gives me more confidence there that what I'm doing is real, and I constantly question myself. So just to let you know, as far as that work goes. So I mean, when I just jump into it, you have to kind of just let it all out. Just let it go. Just be open to it. But I think about these things all the time. And yeah, the last couple of readings, well, one client like really made some big breakthroughs. And it was what I saw coming, but she didn't. She was worried. And if you would have looked at like the surface of it, you could easily call it as like, okay, this isn't going to work. But no, it worked out. It all worked out the way we were looking at it. And those kind of things, those confirmations. And she even sent, and I've had a lot of those last couple of months. And it's not that we should be looking for that, but it feels good and it kind of gives you that energy, it re energizes you back to that consciousness again. Because it's a scary place to be. Sometimes it's not, but it is sometimes. Just you and your thoughts. I should just, kids, don't try this at home. If you're a kid and you're on here, you're not supposed to be watching. Adults only. It's got quiet in here. Hey, I'm trying to keep up a conversation. See, I know usually I give a lot of dead air and I don't mean to, but sometimes I just kind of get lost in thought. What's everybody else doing? Y'all are quiet in here. This is a live stream. This is where we're supposed to be interactive, talk to each other. And it's all free. There's no charge here. Yeah, you can, Isaac. Hold on 1 second. The weather, it's a little windy, but it's good conversation starter. Let's go with the weather when there's nothing else to talk about. Yeah, it's beautiful. Like the sun burns hot down here, so the wind is blowing. When you're out in the sun, you can feel it, and it's just like this little penetrating heat. So it's going pretty good. It is cold though at nights. We had a cold one last night. I just have to build an audience over here on YouTube. Isaac, what was your question? Did you have one?
I said general.
Oh, general.
May I get a general?
No, I'm starting to get used to the weather here. Been here for before. It's going to get colder, but that's not what I'm looking forward to. But hopefully we're prepared and ready to go. Still trying to figure out the propane situation. I kind of watched some YouTube this morning, but I don't want, when it comes to gas, I want to make sure it's hooked up right. And there's no leaks or cuts in the line. Plumbing. All right, Isaac. You got to live your journey, man. I think you're doing that, but I feel like you can expand on it. You got the journey card, which is about using your imagination. You've been doing this, that's for sure. I know because you've sent me some things about it. This is a connection to the ancestors. Like you're going back to connect to that spirit. When things were a lot more real, there wasn't as much distraction other than real life. So you're getting back to the core of you, of your soul, of how life is, better lived. And then this is what brings you your freedom. So keep up with your passions and your projects and what you're doing. The birds card represents freedom. That means you're going to have a lot more freedom of not worrying so much because you're going to feel like you're thriving. And this is where you got to get in that feeling of thriving. You are thriving. Keep telling yourself that. I'm thriving. I'm thriving. I'm thriving. Get the soul star chakra. Yeah, the spirit is asking you to come up above, but also be anchored here. So don't go too far into, if you're explaining something to somebody, don't go too far, too deep if they're not ready for that yet. Try to, I don't like to use the term dumb it down, but in a way, yeah, kind of dumb it down when you're giving, because some people you talk to or that you help, they don't understand part of what a lot of people would understand what you're saying, but it's like you have to kind of meet them at their level and talk to them at that level and that way. And that's your message. That's a pretty cool reading. Let's see what do we got. Some talk about passwords, signing off. Okay. So as we sit here and ponder on our thoughts, waiting, hoping people will come in here and make that connection, send out that beacon. If you need it, it's here. That's what the title of the stream is, live stream. The people that need to be here are here. I have to keep telling myself that. It's not a popularity contest. It's, can you do the good work, or what work you're doing? Yeah, YouTube's always weird. They're not as weird. Well, I mean, they're weird in other ways, but yeah, YouTube's a big place. It's the second most searched search engine in the world. So it's like Google, but not quite as big. And I think they're trying to break up Google right now. Google and Chrome, they want to get rid. They want to separate them. Monopoly. That's just another business going after another business, really. Snowed in Indiana 2 days ago. There I go, touching my face again. I want to make a conscious effort so I don't do it so much. Excuse me. Well, thank you, Tina. I appreciate that. Yeah, I was talking to that same client I told you that had like a good outcome, and and it was starting to freak me out. She would like to call me all the time to get updates, and I'm like, I still see it good. Like it's just this is the hardest part, and all of a sudden it happened. I was like as anxious as she was almost. Okay, this has got to happen. I'm not wrong here. I keep getting told the same thing, and that's really listening to that over and over again. Not the fear, but like that's what young psychics do. It's like they look at the surface of things, and a lot of the times it's because they are young. They haven't had that worldliness or learned, through hard knocks yet. Not enough hard knocks yet. Because it looks stupid when I'm live. It's just one of those things. It's like not saying like too much as filler words. That's one that I try to be better at, but yeah, you need 50 subscribers or you can use a streaming app. I think it'll get you on there right away. I think you have to have your account for a couple of days, Joy, but yeah, if you use like StreamYard, which you can, if you just want to go live on YouTube, you can use StreamYard for free. You can't cross post, so you can't post in more than one place, but you can use the studio. And you just have to add it as a destination where it asks you, and you should be able to go live now without a blue check. We don't get blue checks unless we're celebrities in USA, or if we're real. Yeah, even though some of the bigger channels don't have a blue check. It might work different in Australia though. Yeah, I know you have to verify it. You have to do it like a couple of days. They do that here too. You have to actually request to be able to go live, and then no, I think it's like 48 hours you get it. Yeah, phone number. Well, it's good to verify though. You want to like double verification, or what they call it, two-factor authentication. So either your phone number or your phone number and like you getting a code sent to you. TikTok's kind of fun going live, especially when you first start. Like you have to get to 1,000 followers to go live. But if you just do videos, that's how you get there. Just do like 1 minute videos, or I think you can go 10 minutes now. That'll just keep extending TikTok once they get more server power. Yes, you can. Wolf Sci-Fi or Siffy. Is it Siffy? Did you have a question? These are free readings, so yeah. Anybody who wants a reading, just give me your question, or if you just want a general read to see what's up in your life or what's something you need to hear, just put that or comment that. Let me know so I know where to focus. Yeah, TikTok's fun to make little videos. General? Okay. And if you don't mind my asking, what is your first name? You don't have to leave or write it down, but type it, but it helps. You're welcome. Grace. All right. Nice. Okay. It's a beautiful name. First card, Tree People, is sustenance, which is a lot of it is like, are you chemically balanced? Like, are you getting into proper diet, right? And focusing on that proper diet, um, eating when you need to. A lot of the times when this card comes up, my feeling is like, are you eating enough? Are you putting enough in your body to sustain it? So there's been some self work going on, starting to actually listen to when you're hungry, eating when you're hungry, when your body craves something, eating it. I mean, of course, you want to be careful with a lot of sugars and stuff, but I don't think that's what it is. I think it's just when you need to eat, you need to eat. Don't stop from doing that. Now, the card right now is more in the healing phase. So you are healing, maybe kind of looking at some things that's where you were making mistakes because of thought patterns that were reactive to certain triggers that happen in our lives. So now it's time to focus on all the good memories. All right. This is how you get out of that. I don't know. I guess it's kind of a dark night of the soul, but you get out of that. This is how you push through and rise up to that higher vibration. Thinking about your good memories, thinking about the places you've been, the fun you've had, really focusing on that and getting rid of a lot of the negative energy coming in. It's time to shed that. You got the rattle card, which is setting boundaries. Also, with that negativity, like away from me. Like negativity is going to happen, but when it starts to kind of overcome you, it's like back up and setting boundaries, like a rattlesnake would. Hey, you're too close. That's far enough. Keep them there. So setting boundaries. And your last card is the Portal Keeper. You could visit many other realms just by closing your eyes, and you know it. maybe having fun with that. I mean, knowing we are grounded here in this life, but within your own mind, which I'm sure you do already, is travel to other places. It's not just your imagination. It is your imagination, but there's imagination is much more than just making stuff up. You're tapping in. So it's not, you're not really making it up. I mean, you are as a collective, but a lot of the times you're just a conduit for um, certain energies, and be able to keep that, stay open minded. Getting some deep readings right now. Good questions too. Where are we at now? The chat is quiet. Yeah, there's a little breeze going on outside, but it is nice temperature. Like I can go out there with my t-shirt and pretty much be okay. I'm liking it. What was that? Dogs are being good. I forgot to send that link to Johanna to remind her, but she might be busy. Your friend Taylor too? Yeah. What's Taylor's question, or does she want a general reading? For Taylor. Okay. Oh yeah, she did say. All right, this one's for Taylor. For those who are new that like what you're watching, please hit that like, subscribe. Yeah, I'm kind of a like, subscribe whore right now because I build the numbers. All right, Taylor. Okay, now I see you in a different phase where I feel like Grace was moving. She's moving out of that darkness. I feel like it's something you need to move into. So you've given yourself some solitude, time to think. You have been to that point where you've thought about your accomplishments and really just taken a minute without the distraction to just look at where your life is. And I feel like that's what you're doing right now. Now, you are going through an awakening. So where Grace just was, as far as that energy goes, you're kind of right behind her. I mean, there's no ahead, behind. It's just a different part of the cycle. Um, she's further along in the cycle than you are, which will repeat itself again, and it does constantly. But the soul retrieval card is about you just really starting to remember ancient parts of yourself, tapping into your power, your true power, not as a human, but as a soul, as a spirit, as a heavenly body. But you do have a lower world coming up, so going to be a coming soon. Will come a time to reflect, look at everything where you've made mistakes, where you can make it better. This is the cycle of ascension. Okay, so these cycles are really felt right now if you're open to them, and you are. So you're going to be open to that dark cave that we have to walk through every once in a while before we can see new light or new perspectives. So you're on the right path, and I think Grace is going to be a perfect person to help you through that because she knows it's a cycle. It's hard to think that when you're in that like lower world energy, which is important. It's not hell. It's a place where you learn from your past, where your roots come from, where you can notice a lot of the things that you're doing that you can improve to better your life. And you got surrender. Yep. Let it just happen. Let it happen. Let it flow through you. Don't resist it. That's when things get kind of weird and icky. Well, she's very welcome. Thank you for asking for a reading. All right, Scarlett. Yeah, you're next. I must say, we're doing better than last week. And we're going to be doing this again next Saturday. So make sure everybody show back up. If you subscribe and hit the bell, you'll get my notification. I'm trying to do like an hour before I go live, so everybody's notified. All right, Kathy. Yeah, we're on a roll today. Scarlett once in general. Very artistic person, very creative person. You got the air card right away. That is creativity. So you ooze creativity. I feel like it's just having the confidence and the courage to move forward. And maybe you're at a place where you want to actually do things different. But I feel like your creative side is going to bring you back to your roots, where you found your first talent, where you knew you were good at it. It's like spirit saying, utilize that energy. You can use it for new energy and new ideas and new ways to create, but always come back to your roots and start from there. That's what the great mysteries is. Trust the process, trust the cycles. And then you got the flute, which is all about expressing who you are, being your authentic self. Sometimes we can get lost in trying to live for other people, but it's important that you live for yourself, and then other people will feel that energy and that better energy. It's not a selfish thing to live the way you want. That's your choice. That's the way you should. Um, and you shouldn't apologize for it either. Quit saying sorry so much. I just got to, because Norma used to do that a lot. She's getting out of it, but like, quit apologizing for everything. So hopefully this is, and then you got the sacral chakra. So it's like your relationship to others. Don't let anybody kind of put you in that state of feeling second to, or um, yeah, basically that you're not good enough or you're running second place. That's not, get out of that mindset. Express yourself for who you are. That's where your power comes from. That's where your number one comes from. Your best. Thank you, Scarlett. Understood. Yeah, I'm glad you liked it. You know, he probably got loose chickens right now. I haven't seen any in the corner of my eye, but oh, yeah, it's foggy. Standing right by the corner where we let him in by the gate. He's a little shit. You're very welcome, Scarlett. Thank you. Angie, yeah, we're doing free readings right now. So let's see here. You're asking, I'm not going to use cards on this one because I feel like maybe I will. I don't know. Anyway, Angie, Sam. Does Sam have a significant other or somebody he's still talking to right now? Because I feel like you're more the friend, and he has, I mean, not that he doesn't have love for you and not that their feelings they can't get stronger, but I feel like there's something standing in the way of that. So at this time, I would say, don't worry, leave it where it is and let him come to you. Don't rush ahead and try to open it up, because I feel like there's some other things that you'll need to unpack before you could even get to that point with him. But I understand where the feelings and connection is on both sides. I just feel like you don't want to rush into this. You want to let him pursue it. I think it's important to be patient with him and just keep the relationship the way it is. Doesn't mean you need to force it to stay right where it is. If it moves forward, it does. But and that's natural. Let it naturally grow. Like, don't, yeah, I feel like there's something else here with him, a girlfriend, or sometimes, yeah, I feel like you don't want to give up all your heart to this person right now. Like, think of it as kind of a flirty kind of connection. And online connections can be good, but you also need to be careful with the scammers too. But I mean, Norma just pulled a card for you. It's the time card. So there we go. You were trying too hard. Give it time. Spirit's pretty funny. A lot of synchronicities in that reading for sure. Like, here, we're going to show you again. And like I said, I didn't need cards. That's love relationships, those kind of readings. I can just, sometimes I'll pull cards if I've like already given a reading and I'm like, wait, this isn't going this way. But there's a lot of variables to readings, and you know, it's not set in stone. There are certain destiny parts, like life experiences, you should go through and you're supposed to go through. But yeah, don't force it. It's not sad. You don't have to get that. Don't play victim to that. Like, do you feel like there's something off? Do you guys FaceTime? Like, talk face to face on the phone? So I guess it's not face to face, but you can see each other's faces. Like, you actually have those kind of conversations. There's a couple things that kind of keep coming up with this, and I feel like he's not being completely honest with you, and you're not being completely honest with yourself. So you need to be able to look at where your triggers are that are getting you to this place of feeling like this. You always feel like you're kind of on this line that's long, like I can't get to him. He's got you on a line or a string. I It sounds mean, but it's important. I'm telling you this so you can understand in yourself why you're allowing yourself to be pulled in that direction or that way. You phone call regularly. Now, is he pretty close to you? Because I feel like you get to know if that person likes you because they will let it be known. But I just feel, and I'm not saying this Sam's a bad person. I'm just saying there could be some things that you don't know about him that maybe he's just keeping, not saying because he doesn't feel like, he feels like it will make you feel bad. But there's some issues with his intimacy too, like him being intimate. I don't. It could be a couple of different things. Probably is like I don't know. I just get the dishonesty vibe. I'm going to be nice about it, as nice as possible. But really, what Spirit's saying is, look at what you're doing. Are you chasing somebody that's never attainable? Don't do that. Take a step back, and you'll get to know if you kind of give yourself some distance from that connection. He'll show you if he really wants to be with you. He will show you, and I just feel like he hasn't shown enough. You have a good connection for where you're at. That's where we started. There's a good connection there as long as you don't try to make it some other connection. And that could lead to a relationship, but it's one of those things that will take time. Like, I'm not talking about it'll take a month. I'm talking it could take a year or more. um I think, yeah, I mean, because that's where that leads. That, feeling um insecure about having deep emotions for somebody can lead to being just a complete asshole jerk. I just think you should be careful. Give it time. How long have you known him? This fly. Go away. A message was held for review. I don't see one. Oh, that one. Yeah. That's why I can't talk about it. Yeah, if you swear, then you get held for review. At least in comments. I think you need to give it more time, and you'll see exactly what I'm saying. I think it resonates with you now, but yeah, it's not enough time. You need some face to face. You need some FaceTime. If you live pretty close to each other, boy, yeah. You really want the love. You really want to feel that love. Just don't fall in love too much with the idea of love, like it's supposed to be, or like everybody thinks it's supposed to be. Love kind of creeps up on you. It sneaks up on you, and you find it in the strangest places, but the best places. Me and Norma met on a bus just on randomly, and boom, we're still together. This little sucker. I got a rooster loose. I got a rooster on the loose and another. Yeah, they fly back in there though. He's finally crowing. They didn't crow today. It was kind of weird. Yeah, you need to meet, not try to meet. Like that probably needs at least a FaceTime first. Start there. People that can't show you their face are probably scammers or not being honest with you in one way or another. Of course, you'll find a husband. Of course. They kind of find you, though. That's the way you want to think about it. Like, you can be okay with, like, really wanting and, you know, needing that relationship with somebody, that partnership. Don't stress over it, though. It'll come in when it's supposed to. And you're going to deal with a lot, deal with some chumps in between. So just have good discernment when it comes to talking to people. Are they authentic? Are they being cool? Or are they just blowing smoke up my ass? Those red flags need to be paid attention to. Okay, that's good. So you are pretty close, or what? I just feel like this, like we'll go back to the beginning. That that's something that's between you. I'm not sure if it's a love other relationship or if it's something he's holding on to, but I just feel like that sense of commitment, he doesn't have it right now. It's probably why you're asking me what's is he gonna finally open up again? But no, he's gonna keep you at a certain length. That's really what I see. He's gonna keep you at a certain place. And like I said, all readings are subject to change. Like your future can change here and there. So it could happen. As I feel like right now, it feels like there's some blocks between the two of you. And it might just be him not being willing to really open up in that capacity. This is where a private reading would come in handy because we could actually talk to each other. So if you feel like you want to book a reading, go to my website www.psychicshaman333.com, and we can go into a lot more longer form and really dissect it, look at it, see where you're at from here. But yeah, just generally, which is what we're doing for the live readings. Um, keep it the way it is. You don't feel emotionally connected to him yet. Yeah, both sides. There's some your past, how you look at things. Understand your emotional triggers. Pay attention to where you're being emotionally triggered, where you feel like you need to react to it or hold on to it too tight. Or, yeah, you're very welcome. Thank you for asking the question. I'm glad you participated today. This has been a really good session, actually, I must say. Got some good read. This is what I expected the first one to be, but expectations always let you down. Hello, Hannah. And yeah, it's been pretty good today. Touch my face again. I get these little micro itches. I think it's a nervous tick, though. That one's scrubbing. I think I got that from Norma. She does that. She does this. She showed it to me. She thought I noticed it already. I'm like, what are you talking about? When I do this, I'm like, oh, and then I noticed it. So she, yeah, I didn't even notice until she brought it up. All right. Is there anybody else in the audience that wants a reading? Let me know. This is not a good session. I feel like healing is happening. People are receiving the message, and I'm feeling like I'm receiving the message too, or clarity, clarity in the message. Well, thanks, Stephen. The mods are all over it. They're pretty spiritual too, so yeah. I think our rooster's out there making a mess. I don't see him now.
And Erickson says what spirit wants me to know.
I get a sense of feeling left out. Like don't feel left out. You are very appreciated. You're very respected. But sometimes we can get to this place where we feel, well, some particular person leaves us out and we feel left out. Like knowing you're loved, knowing that you are supported in whatever you want to do, but it's important that you make that decision to do it. Um, Living more than just an existing life, living a life that is passionate for you, that is where your higher vibrations, where life is felt even deeper. Um, Doing what you want to do is a big thing. Like doing some things, like some of your dreams. Like I feel like you're very good in a supportive role, supporting others. But when it comes to you, you don't really want the leadership, but you do want to attain certain goals. And to attain those goals, you need to become a leader. And you have that innate within you. Let's see here. Beyond the mind. Yep. Don't overthink things. Always let that love and compassion. We're just talking about this with Tina, that she has the ability to show that love and compassion all the time. You do that as well, but I feel like you let yourself get caught up in other people's stories too much, and it takes away from your life path, or delays it. Doesn't really take it away. So the heart mind connection, you have to have mind and heart. You have to be able to know when to say no and focus on some of the things you want to do, and sometimes help others that need the help, that you feel like you're putting a good investment in.
Yeah, that was for Hannah.
Yeah, that was the message for Hannah. Hope that made some sense, Hannah. Sometimes it's just really, if you're living life pretty good, readings can be kind of blah. They're like kind of telling you what you already knew. Well, that's means you're on the right track. You're doing the right thing. Still got a couple minutes. Could probably get one, maybe two readings in. I'm glad it resonated. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you for the confirmation. Or, yeah. Oh, do we not have just went out. She just died.
There's a bit of delays.
Oh, thank you, Stephen. All right, Fly, go on. Tammy Bunting. Yeah, did you have a question or do you just want a general read? Message from Spirit. Tammy Bunting needs to calm her energy. Woo! There's some really motivated energy within you. And I'm feeling it, Tammy. I think it's for you, it's more just kind of slow down a little bit. You are doing a lot. It's more slowing down, making sure that you can maintain that equilibrium, because if you overwork, and you overstress and overthink things, um, it makes us rigid, and we get rigid and not kind of loose. It's almost like a mix between rigidity and loose, like staying right between there, where you still, I don't know why I'm going off into this tangent, but that's what you're getting. Like, you need to learn to kind of flow a little bit more and not push. Like, by pushing, you've been very successful with a lot of things. It's knowing to find that balance, and your manifestations and things you create will be that much better. And isn't that funny? Harmonic flight, which is all about balance. Balance in the infinite, balance in your soul, which in turn leads to balance in your human. Let's see if I can get here. But yeah, maintaining a balance, like chill out, calm down, just relax, take a breath. You remember the last time you breathed really intentionally? Like, let that, there's like stress in the shoulders and the chest. That's all willpower though. That's why you're getting, because it starts getting tense. That's where you're very solar plexus oriented. That solar plexus, which is like willpower. Um, and right away I could pick it up. Like, your energy was just like, it's like that Aries energy, like just constantly ambitious, constantly, you know, achieving. Dare I say overachiever? You're very welcome. Thank you for asking, Tammy. All right, so we've been going for an hour. We're going to do another one of these next week, same time, unless I change it. Make sure you subscribe if you like the work that you watched, what I did. You need to meditate more. You did this morning. Good. Yeah, let go of a lot of that. Sometimes you push so much, you've created a lot of energy, just let it go. It's like when you swing back to or take for hitting a golf ball. You're building that momentum by coming back and letting it kind of swing back like a wave, right? Learning the heaves and the hoes of life and the rhythms. Like get it when you do that meditation again, feel that rhythmic breath, feel that rhythm that you are part of. Everybody has a little bit different rhythm. You find your rhythm where you're not stressed and you're able to make decisions without stressing out about it. I think that's something you're learning right now. Getting better at is like making decisions and not worrying so much about them. You you always put plenty of thought into everything you do, so we get nervous in pretty intense times in our life, which are good times, successful times. Anyway, we will be back next Saturday, same time, same place. Make sure you like, subscribe. Like I said again, if you'd like a personal reading, go to my website at www.psychicshaman333.com, and you can schedule we do a healing. I've got a light body activation, which is pretty fun and really helps the energy. I've got a chakra meditation, a chakra balance. Hello, beautiful girl. It was a great one. This was a good one. Like what you were visioning was happening today. So that's Johanna. She's the one that sponsored this live and next week's live. But yeah, everybody have a great Saturday, Sunday, wherever you're at, and we'll see you.